believe in theory that everything should be running now. Let's see how many rounds this is at the moment. Still 2 hours away, so it'll get much larger, but I believe this is 7. I guess the 9 I'm probably not playing because lazy. Ooh, Summel's in here. I mean, that'll be a good stream to watch for today then. Alright. Onward. A very quick queue. We will do the playings of the first, and we will not keep a no blue hand. Hand's bad, we'll keep. I'm actually going to keep that. There's a very reasonable chance that I need that spell. So this hand feels okay versus anything other than island. Or sorry, anything other than basic mountain. It's obviously one of my weaker hands, but that's okay. This could be Teamer, it could be black-green. We'll find out at some point. It still could be Teamer and or black-green. I'd better be watching you Eternal Draft, though. Maybe I should just close stream. So we're really hoping he's black-green. We like our odds versus black-green more than we do red-green. Or sorry, more than we do Teamer. I'm just not going to take any damage here because I plan on casting Glimmer. Sure. Saki. Could have held that, but he could play like a servant or just like another irrelevant creature, and then that thing gets out of control pretty quickly. This way, as long as he didn't have another Longtusk Cub for follow-up, we were in pretty good shape because we can counterspell whatever next relevant Freddy plays. And if he only plays like some little pooper that we don't care about, we can always just Glimmer and be done with our day. How you been doing, Matt? You enjoying school being back in? You tap double green first, so I'm assuming it's Hydra, and I'm assuming I have to Supreme Will since it's Hydra. I could just Glimmer and look for a Fumigate, but he still has follow-up cards, and on top of that, like, I have to hit a white and a Fumigate, which just seems thin. And it's not like I won't get a chance to make all of those lines later. We're probably going to be playing the Glimmer and cycling the Illumination here, but it's not guaranteed. We'll see what happens first. Alright, well, we'll see if we can hit a... Well, can't hit a Sensor, but we could hit a... we could hit another Supreme Will, or we could hit a Metallic Meltdown or something, and it may change our opinion. Alright, well. Now we'd like to hit a double, or a white spell. We definitely want the land. We need the 7th land anyway. We'll put that one on the bottom. Uh-oh. Well, when we've drawn 5 spells in, so we put one on the bottom, so 5 spells in 14 cards, it's not very likely that we're going to do well, but, like, it's not over yet. It's definitely not over yet. It's just got, obviously, a lot worse for us. Thanks for the host, Mac the Catastrophe. I've been toying with taking the summons out for stasis snares and or imposing glare, so it's important to note that either of those cards would have been much better in this particular spot. So that's something I have to think about for the future. Another land. 7 cards down. I like to keep a little mental note about it. We definitely need to hit something though. We're on basically a 3-turn clock. Plenty of cards that we can draw though. Like a Blessed Alliance probably gets us there. Oh, well, we probably need an exactly a Fumigate now. So we'll take 7 this turn down to 10. Yeah, he's more than lethal next turn, so we pretty well have to hit something next turn. If we hit a Fumigate, I'll be so shocked if we lose. If we don't hit a Fumigate, we're probably kind of bad shape. So that leaves us with 6 cards. We go 4 more cards deep. So we're 40 cards deep and we didn't get anywhere. Sorry, I said 40 cards deep. We're 20 cards deep. We're probably dead then. Are we dead? So he gets 2 more tokens. 1 token cruises that, and he's attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So technically we're at 1 if he has nothing. Huh? 1 if he has nothing's better than not 1 if he has something. Alright, we'll take this one. Going 20 cards deep and not hitting a Fumigate's pretty rough though. So if he finds another way to crew the Harvester, basically if he draws any spell, we're dead. And I could have messed up on math as well. See, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, no, the math was right. He drew a spell, so we're dead. It's pretty unlucky for us if he drew a spell, to be honest. Oh wow, he didn't cast said spell. Could be Chandra too. Could just be Chandra. Anyway, we went 4 more cards deep. So if we draw any Cycler, we win. If we draw just another land, if we drew any Cycler or any Fumigate, we won. We obviously drew neither of them. 21 cards deep and you don't draw 4 of, that'll cause you to lose. And Approach was next card, so like we literally any Cycler would have did it. Happens. Little frustrating. They bring in a bunch of negates, and it's not always easy to just kill them with the combo. So I typically like to bring in most of the conversion board in this match. Done summons aren't great. I think Supreme Wills are a little... Basically, I just shave a bunch of cards. Hours of Revelation is always an interesting one. It depends on whether they have just Little Chandra or Big and Little Chandra. I don't know why I pulled the negates over here. I don't want the negates either. Nah, it happens. I mean, sometimes you just go 20 or 21 cards deep and you don't hit a 4 of. It's not mathematically likely, but it happens. This hand's real bad as well, but I guess I have to keep it. I'm not really going to mulligan a Fumigate that I can cast. Their deck's slow enough that if he doesn't have a Planeswalker, the Fumigate's probably pretty good. The problem with this hand is they have negates as well. Like, this hand really needs them to not have... They draw their best card. This hand really needs them not to have a Servant of the Conduit. Find this match to be a pretty good match. I'd have Longtusk Cub. That one's a good one too. So we're going to take at least 2 fairly big hits. Torrential Gear Hulk looks terrible when we draw none of the 1,000 instants in the deck. Ronus. I don't think Ronus is a remotely playable card, but it's obviously just getting ready to crush me because we drew no Blessed Alliances, no Effer Meltdowns, no counter spells. Like, we didn't draw 1 of 13 cards, no draw 2s. So, obviously just got crushed. Probably can't win now. We just take 5 next turn. He loses pretty hard if we draw any one of those cards. Like, he loses very hard if we draw just any card that I just mentioned. Him casting a spell there seems awkward. So we gain 2 life and probably drop to 11 if he has a Glorybringer. Sorry, probably drop to 1. I don't know why I said 11. Huh. Not a Glorybringer. Well, that's good for us then. I mean, we still die to a Glorybringer. Well, I mean, we don't die to a Glorybringer, but like a Glorybringer is still very good versus us is what I'm trying to say. I'm just not spitting it out very well. Well, even bring into the sins because of the god. If we get an untapped land and he doesn't commit something that deals damage this turn, we probably win. What's up, Josh? But we basically have to hit the land. That's the problem here. That's not a land, but it is a reset. Run it back. At some point he has to, like, miss, right? He can't just play a threat every turn of every game. No. Okay, best game. I guess he can play a threat every turn of the game. Well, we knew that was a weak hand when we cap it, but again, I don't think you can mulligan it. And we would have won pretty easily if it was any card other than a god, which is a card that is extremely unplayable, so I'm not going to play around bad cards. And this is one of the reasons that I may not play the PTQ. I believe this deck to be the 2nd or 3rd best deck in the format, and I believe it has a favorable match versus both the 1st and 2nd best deck. But like, it just loses to itself a large enough percentage of the time that I'm not confident playing it. But like, I definitely don't want to just play zombies, and I definitely don't want to just play Red Deck Wins and have literally a bullseye painted on my back for the entire tournament. What's up, Dumbo? He's a pretty strong player. And one land. Let's mulligan again. Second mulligan already. I guess we'll keep it. It's a land. I think he's normally a red player. And if he's a red player, we're not going to win with this hand. But, I mean, we're not going to win with very many hands versus a red player on mulliganing when we're on the draw, so. That's the reason we have 14 2-drops that matter, but as you can see, I rarely draw them. Like, I drew one of our relevant 14. Right on time, Unsummon. Right on time. At least that's a good spell to unsummon. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. Don't have time to wait around and try to get to 4 mana. And if we do get to 4 mana, we probably have to cast that to find another white. If he has a Hazoret, we will not win this game. If he doesn't have a Hazoret, we have an okay chance to win. We won't win this game if they have a Chandra either. I fucked up. I let him attack with that. That was just bad of me. I took 3 damage that I didn't need to take because I pressed F2 at the wrong time, and now I'm too proud to use it. Too proud to use it. I'd rather lose than use it now. But we'd be at 11 life had I not messed up. We'd probably win had I not messed up. Probably win pretty easily if I hadn't messed up. Guess we'll use that one. Like I said, I'm too proud. I made a play mistake, and I'm going to live by it. Make him make a decision on which 3 cards he wants. If he plays a Hazoret, we're still just dead. Earthshaker Kenya, probably still just dead then. Yeah, that's 8 damage. Alright. Took 3 damage that I shouldn't have taken, but that's my fault. Think we would have won this game, providing he didn't have Hazoret if we just hadn't took that damage. Think we would have won it very easily. Nah, my stops are correct. Anybody that's not using my stops isn't playing correctly, in my opinion. Every one of those stops is relevant, and it takes every stop in the game is relevant at some point, and you're going to make more missteps by not thinking about setting your stop than you are by clicking through a stop because you're streaming. Like, that's the type of mistake that I will never make in a million years when I'm not streaming. But where I'm like talking and not really focused on the game, it's the mistake I will make when I am streaming. That's not a mistake that I would ever make not streaming. Fumigates aren't particularly good in this match, even though they would have been fantastic last game. I have way more cards to take out than I want to bring in, which is kind of a problem. Like, if unsummons were ever good, I feel like they're good in this match. Oh, Never mind. I keep dragging this card down there for some reason by accident. I don't know why that I keep dragging that card down there. But yeah, that card doesn't come in. This card doesn't come in very many matches, and is a card that's probably getting cut. Hand is bad. What do you do when you have this bad of a hand? I guess we mulligan it. This hand's kind of worse than the last hand, but I'm not going to mulligan again. Also can't keep that card because I have to hit lands or I can't win. A pretty reasonable draw. So we hope they don't have Karl Zev. We don't really care of any other spell that they could play. Definitely don't care about taking that to my face. I have Supreme Will for a Crasher if he plays it this turn, or we can just tutor, whichever one we need. Pia? Alright, we'll counterspell Pia too, I guess. We'll counterspell basically anything just to gain life. We're in pretty bad shape though. Like we didn't draw, we have 5 draw 2s in, we didn't draw any of them. We only draw 1 interactive spell. One of the 2-drop interactive spells rather, so. Not particularly good. He's just going to cast Chandra or something when we're going to lose, but we can untap and draw one of the 2 Fumigates right now and be in good shape. That's not one of the 2 Fumigates, so. He probably just plays Hazoret and the game's probably over. It's not over, like we have, what do you call it? Cast out if he does. Can still draw Fumigate in this spot too and be in good shape. That was a good draw. We'll go ahead and use this too to try to hit our land drop. I guess I'm going to keep both of these. I can cycle to cast out if he doesn't play a Hazoret or a Chandra. I think it's fine to attack here. He's got enough burn spells that the Regal has a good chance of not resolving. If he had an Abrade, he would have attacked last turn. So I think I'm fine just gaining the life. Yeah, I think I'm fine just gaining the life. Like I said, there's a good chance that the carousel's gonna, or that the cat's gonna die. So if the cat's gonna die, it's just better to do it this way. So he exerted, which is fine. Take a fairly big hit, but we've kind of taken a bigger hit. Had the cast out thingy not happened? We'll keep the cast out now. Okay. We have like 1,000,000 life then. Gonna be over 20. I'm gonna take a fairly big hit. Don't care that I'm taking a fairly big hit. He definitely can't surprise attack us or anything. And there's still the 2 Fumigates in the deck, which are great in this spot. We'll be at 6 cards after our draw step, so. There's the Incendiary Flow, which is one of the cards we've been worrying about. So this puts us at 4 cards. So 4 cards. We cycle that 3. We cycle that 2. And on next turn, we draw our card 1, and then we cycle that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we draw 1 land in the next 3 cards, 1 untapped land the next 3 cards, we win. Yeah. We'll try to save blockers, I guess. Now we can use the cast out if we want as well. It's probably a mistake. I probably should have went ahead and cycled to farmland. In case I top decked a farmland. Yeah, that was a play mistake. Anyway. He exerted 2 of those things. That's kind of impressive. Taking 10 damage, I could just be dead. We're a favorite to win if we get to untap, but there's no guarantee we will get to untap. Definitely a favorite to win if we get to untap. Well, that's a bad sign. So now all he needs to do is draw 1 more Incendiary Flow. Or like double shock, I guess? Blessed Alliance will gain us 4 life. Well, we had to miss on the land in 4 draw steps, and guess what we managed to do? We missed on the land in 4 draw steps. That's a bit of a tilt. Yeah. That's a bit of a tilt. This is the approach. I don't even know why I'm bothering to cycle. Just so we can look at it. And realize that there's a good chance that we can't win now. I should have attacked with my cats last turn too, I think. I think it was a mistake for me not to attack with my cats last turn. I think it's correct for me not to attack with them this turn. Sure. Yeah, I think I played poorly last turn. I'm pretty sure I should be at 5 life right now. Now we can't beat a shock. Can't beat a shock now. How do we try to beat a shock? Guess I can just go to my draw step and see if we hit. Oh, never mind. We beat shock. I'm an idiot, guys. You guys have to ignore me. I guess we don't beat shock, do we? Yep, we don't beat Shock. I was right. I played poorly. Not attacking the one turn with the cats is what's going to kill me here. So we just have no out. Okay. I played bad. If I'd attacked with the one turn of the cats, we would have won, but I didn't, so we lost pretty bad. Sucks to punt. We lost that round because of a misclick and a punt. Pretty sure we win. We win both of those games pretty easily if I don't make a misclick and a punt. Well, this is really encouraging me for playing a PTQ later. As with each round going by, I'm less and less likely to play. You play a lot worse when you stream than when you just play, though. Especially when you're not real used to it. This is the best hand we've had so far. It's pretty medium, but it's still the best hand we've had. Yeah, it may not have, but missing a land over 4 draw steps is pretty bad too, though. So in the zombies match, it's generally do you find a sweeper or not, whether you win. So let's see if we find a sweeper or not. Go ahead and prevent damage. Generally when they're attacking with this early, it means that they have Liliana's Mastery and like a Lord and they're just trying to outpace you. It's typically what it means. It's not always what it means. So we're just trying to find a Fumigate before the game's over. Just prevent random more damage. Another random diagraph. That's a good one. So it all comes down to this glimmer and this draw step on how or what our odds are winning and or losing this game. So we're going to have 5 draw steps to hit the Fumigate. Which will put us like 16 cards deep in the deck. Meh. If he's not casting a Lord, it's probably fine just to cast out this guy. So if I take 4, puts me down to 10. He untaps, plays Liliana's Mastery. Liliana's Mastery would put 3, 6, 9, 12 in play, so I guess we'll just take the damage in. Cast a Glimmer, look for the Fumigate. Definitely punted game 1 though. We had game 1 won. Fumigate, or are we going to miss in our like top 20 cards again or whatever, like we did in round 1? Yep. One more draw step. Not there. Well, we have a counterspell and we have an Effort Meltdown, so we're definitely not dead this turn, and we get 4 more cards. So we've scryed 2 to the bottom already. We're 16 cards deep and not found. So we take 4 this way, and we have a cast out for the following turn, so go ahead and counterspell it. Go ahead and hit that guy. Oh, so he needs another mastery and or a lord, or we're not dead. Oh, we can still hit it this turn. Not it. Probably want to land. Alright, if they have another lord, we have no out to another lord. But they didn't play anything, so... Oh, there's a Fumigate. We're alive, friends. I mean, like, we're not in great shape, but we're alive. At some point, he has to draw a bunch of removal spells, right? Like, there's a good chance that he has 2 removal spells in hand. There's like a real good chance that he has 2 removal spells in hand from here. Whose turn is this? I'm not even paying attention. So they're in step, so... Will. And we found an approach. Drew another Fumigate. That should pretty close to wrap it up. So 7 cards away. Sure. Six cards away. I mean, I guess we'll just hold it. That way we can sack the Cataract. Don't want him to get token. Letting him get a token would have been fine. I mean, he's got enough mana, he can do it anyway. Three cards. Is he really not playing another spell? Okay. I was gonna say, if he's not playing another spell, it's kind of mind-blowing. So that's the 4th card we've drawn. Sure. This is the 5th card we've drawn. That's the 6th, this is the 7th, and this is the win. This deck dismantles zombies. I had to get kind of lucky and hit in that one spot. But I mean, we're 19 cards deep, so hitting in that one spot wasn't that unlucky. Because they could be playing Lost Legacy, I like to bring in all of this crap again. Pretty much bring all this crap in most matches. I do actually bring the Hours of Revelation in this match, even though I probably shouldn't, but sometimes they go crazy with tokens and stuff, so. I think Supreme Wheels are worse on the draw. I always cut a couple of these. I always cut one of these. My main problem is I don't really know how to sideboard with this deck. The Hour might not be worth it, especially if I'm leaving the cast outs in. We'll try this. I'm going to leave all 3 approaches in. I often cut one, but I don't think the Zombies players are playing Lost Legacy enough to cut it. And sometimes drawing 2 just wins versus Zombies. Alright, what about this hand? We're kind of on a mulligan. We have 1 interactive spell. We have to hit lands and stuff. We'll go ahead and mulligan. This hand's much better than the last hand, even though it's also essentially a mulligan. Land. I guess we don't want that land. Technically getting any land's fine, but I'm greedy. Here in a while, if I miss my 5th land drop or whatever, you guys know what to blame. That was a good draw. He's got 2 more 1-drops, or is he just going to be discarding something? He got 2 more 1-drops. That's not very good for me. Okay, he didn't have 2 more 1-drops. Thank God. Thank God. Wonder what's in this hand that is worse than just playing. Liliana's Mastery? Sure, he's stuck on lands. That's reasonable. So he found something that he doesn't mind to play now. Wow, he sacked the Crypt Breaker instead of the zombie. So does that mean this is Diregraph? Whoops. Go ahead and do this before he can get a zombie out of it. Could did it on my turn, but it almost slipped my mind, to be honest. 2BH. TBH? Yeah, TBH sounds better. That's probably what it is. What do we got? That's a Glimmer. Well, let's Glimmer for some lands. Bottom, top. Rip. So, kind of have to hit that land that we didn't draw earlier, so rip on me if I don't hit it. Had a very good chance to hit it, though. Don't care about that card. Oh, didn't hit the land again. When there's only 4 lands on your top billion cards, you're generally not in good shape. Yeah, well, that's how you lose this match. We're technically not dead on board, are we? Yeah, we're dead on board. That doesn't do anything, does it? No, that doesn't do anything. So was our 18th card down before we found a 5th land? Sorry, our 19th card down before we found a 5th land. that will make you lose, for sure. I just don't think Supreme Wheels are particularly good on the draw, or on the play. I think those are better. I told you that I'd probably regret ditching that one land. I still think it's right to ditch it, but I know my luck, so that's why I thought it would end up being bad. Not because I think it was incorrect, just because I know my luck. Alright, we'll keep. Put that on the bottom. Again, just looking for a lot of lands. I think this deck needs a 26 land. I keep saying that. I've not put one in yet. But I keep saying it. Feel like this game will be an easy win if we draw lands. Feel like it'll be an easy loss if we don't. Transgress? Sure. Hey, thanks for the sub, Luke. That's the longest 2 hours I've ever saw. Longest 2 hours I've ever saw. You can give people the rest in peace sign now. Oh crap, there it is. I guess it was lagging. Gotta get Udine and people to do that too. Gotta get all my friends monies. What card did he take? He took Glimmer. It's probably the card I wanted least in my hand, so I'm fine with that. And by wanted least in my hand, I mean I wanted it real bad. Don't care about Liliana. We can beat a Liliana Ultimate, and we have cast outs. In fact, I'm not even sure bringing in Liliana is right versus this deck. It's like the 6 Wrath of God deck versus the Liliana. Doesn't seem like it's going to do a whole lot on an average game. Sure. There's a cast out. And we don't get land again. Ah. Do you know what kind of tilt it is to constantly not get lands? Our hand's so good. It doesn't matter how good our hand is, because, again, don't have lands. Sure. He has... He knows we have this. I don't get this attack. Like, he knows we have that. Is he gonna minus the Liliana now? So you don't bring Liliana in and just not use it, right? Alright, we'll take 2. Pretty sure this game is close to unlosable if we draw lands. Cats! Cats and things. Alright, don't care about that. Cats and things, friends. Kind of ties up his lands. He doesn't have... Oh, I guess he has enough mana to get the other guy back too, don't he? Yep, I'm fine with that. Don't care. So he gets both Relentless Dads back doing this. But it prevents a lot of damage from me. Really? That's the one? Why did he not get both Relentless Dads back? I don't know what our opponent's doing. Also, don't really know what I'm doing, but that's fine. Right, I'm ahead in the race right now. Screw this guy. Sure. Can't attack again, can you? He attacked again. Some people still play Mimics. I think Kalatos is bad, by the way. I don't think you even need the Kalatos. That being said, I would play Kalatos because I'm that afraid of Mono Red, but... That's not a land. I kind of agree with you, but I don't think it's that bad. Alright, I'll prevent damage. Sure. Oh, looks like we're casting one of our spells this turn. Actually, it looks like we're just going to take more damage and cast this. He could Lost Legacy now, but I don't care. I think we have enough kill conditions other than Lost Legacy that it's not the end of the world if it happens. We don't care about that at all. He still knows we have this. So he's going to have to at least draw a card, probably. If he's going to draw a card, he should have drawn it then to look for a land. Reed Duke went 8-0 with zombies yesterday. Wonder what Reed Duke's build was. Let's go see if they're posted yet. Let's go see if they're posted yet. 5-5, friends. What is the day? The 12th? That means they should be posted, right? Commander Ilmo CS. There we go. Let's look at the standard leagues too while we're at it. That one should be 4. I guess we'll go ahead and use this now because he could draw like another Transgress or something. So constructed leagues, channel initiate. I'm fine with that. We'd be at 3 now. To be honest, we don't even need to play the Linvala, do we? It's probably better just to cycle looking for a Glimmer or another cycle card or a Hierarch. Yeah. We'll wait on the Linvala then. I mean, we're 37 life. I can take a hit. I don't really like Liliana versus our deck. I think Liliana versus our deck should be used to get creatures out of the graveyard, not used to try the ultimate. Okay, it's another Dark Salvation. Sure. He put a lot of damage on the board. Cycle, and this is the win. He's tapped out, so we guaranteed get our approach. I put them both on top, because why not? Zombie decks is trivial if you hit lands, by the way. I think it's probably the best match. Black-green, maybe. Anyway, let's look at these 5-0 decks real quick and then play the next round. Still got 45 minutes. Oh wait, that's not the 5-0 decks. This is the 5-0 decks. This deck seems kind of interesting to me. I've been thinking Champion of Witch should be in this deck over Tracker for a while. That being said, I'm still not sure it's just better in the other build. Well, here's a second one. This deck looks sweet. Wonder how good it is. I'm a fan of that deck. We played this deck in the Almost CS yesterday. Sideboards were a little different, but didn't like it at all. This deck looks kind of cool too. I like some of the changes. This deck's fine. Cropper over Emmett's has to be correct. Alright. Well, let's see. Well, shit. I closed the wrong one again. That's fine. Here we go. Reed Duke play. See, Reed Duke. You just insult Metallic Mimic, and we see that Reed Duke has Metallic Mimic in his 8-0 list from yesterday's Ilmo CS. Like, Metallic Mimic's just not that bad of a spot right now because Kalatos isn't actually very good. That being said, I would personally be playing the Kalatos, but I'm just saying, like, obviously if Reed Duke's doing it, it's not that terrible. Well, we never saw our opponent play more than one in a game. We don't know that he was playing more than one. But I agree with you. I would be playing Kalatos over it because it's just I don't think either of the cards are particularly that good. So I'd rather err on the side of No, I'm saying I don't think Kalatos is good, which is why I think Mimic's just as reasonable as Kalatos. On a personal level, I think Kalatos is terrible, so whether you have Mimic or whether you have Kalatos, I think it's kind of irrelevant. I don't think it changes much either way. That's my opinion. I know a lot of other people think Kalatos is good. I think they're both bad. I would play Kalatos, but I think they're both bad. So here's a Kalatos in his. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't buy back the Relentless Deads there. There's another Kalatos build. Do they have the same sideboards? They do not. They're pretty similar decks. I like all three zombie lists that you see. The 7 ones have 25 lands, which is correct. That's the people playing 24 kind of mess with my head. I don't know if I like Skyship main deck, but Skyship main deck is great versus zombies. Still have the Ronus in the boards. I'm not a fan of Ronus. Everybody that's ever watched me knows I hate Ronus. Huh. Forder top 8 at the Ilmo CS, top 4 at the Ilmo CS championship last week with Teamer, and he switched to zombies for the play-ins. Just kind of odd. How many Chandras did that other one have? No Chandras. Already a fan. 23 lands, though. 23 lands. This guy's a pretty good player. Went back to Mardu, it seems. Wow. Somebody 7-1 with God's Pharaoh? Minister. No real tech or anything in it either. Nothing special. Huh. An approach player with Jace. A Jace and a Stasis Snare. You changed the land slightly. Sphinx is the final word. Crispiculia, Kula, or whatever. Zombrus. We knew he played a red deck yesterday. 24 lands. I think 24 lands was right. He cut a Falconrath Gorger. That's such an odd cut. Glorybringer main deck blue-red. I am a fan. Only has 2 Crashers. And he has Village Messengers. How can you play Village Messengers, which means you obviously want to be aggressive, and then only play 2 Crashers? There's something I don't get about that. This deck looks pretty decent. Mono Red was all over this tournament. I don't feel like reading any more of the Mono Red list right now. Hey, this is the deck. Somebody played, or James played this in Friday Night Magic last night. I have no idea what that card is. I refuse to read it. Okay, I'm done looking at these lists. It's all red and it's all zombies, and there's an occasional energy deck or a ramp deck or something weird that pops up. But format's obviously being dominated by 2 decks. This was the 75 that won the Ilmo CS, just ran back to 6-2. Wait, there's another approach deck. I guess we'll look at the other approach deck then. 2 unsummons. He cut Meltdowns for a Stasis Snare, and I'm not sure what. Oh, and another cast out. Ponzo played approach too. Okay, let's play this last round. If we win this last round, I might play the PTQ. If we win it in 33 minutes anyway. If we lose it, might go by zombies. I don't know. Guess I should throw up the deck list, because the people on YouTube don't always have the links, even though the links are in the description. Oh, really? I didn't notice that. I was just scrolling through them too quickly. The Meltdowns have been kind of MVPs for me. They've been absolutely wonderful. I know a lot of people don't like them because, like, Meltdown in the Blessed Alliance is just, like, really, 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 really weird. And awkward, but still. The only cards I haven't liked so far in the whole list is I've not liked this Hour of Revelation, and these unsummons have been mediocre. I kind of want a 26 land. I might try to cut one of these unsummons for a 26 land and the other unsummon for either a cast out, a Stasis Snare, or a Immolating Glare. Not sure what I want to try in the sideboard. We're trying the second Descent from Unsinful this tournament. We're paired versus Trampoline Tails, which is the best name of any deck that we've been paired versus today. By a lot. That name is gas. I am very entertained by that name. 3 leads with basic mountain. We're in pretty bad trouble. Oh, the mirrors. If it's the mirror, it's not great either. Okay, it's not the mirror at least. Oh, is he? I didn't know he streamed. His name is great. Oh, by the way, I see new people. I figured nobody'd be watching because the GP was on that's modern. There isn't very many. But for new people, any of you that followed, thank you. And any of you that haven't followed, if you look down below, there is a link to my Twitter with all the deck lists and everything that I play on it. That's not Monument. That's not Monument at all. The gig's up. He's not playing Monument. Alright, I'll just keep taking 3 damage, I guess. I don't know how this match goes. I assume I am not a favorite. But we'll see. Yes, it's gifts. The cat's out of the bag when we see the mystery. Land, please? Land, please. Land. Draw 2, please? No, I can only get so much of what I want. I gotta imagine unsummons or this match is one of the reasons unsummons is in the deck. Well, keep in mind that I only have 2 unconditional counter spells in the entire deck, and they're in the sideboard. So, and at some point I will have to fumigate his board, and he can just untap and refurbish. So it's not. We don't really have that many counter spells. We have 4 Supreme Wills, 4 Censors. Alright, I guess we're looking for a land. Well, we hit a land. I kind of like to draw a draw 2 here. That's not a draw 2, so... We've taken enough damage. We're in pretty bad shape. Man, lists that aren't running Refurbish are insane. I will guarantee that most opponents should be playing Refurbish. Not saying they are playing Refurbish, I'm saying I think they should be playing Refurbish. I'm guaranteeing that I think they should be playing Refurbish. I guess turn 1 Fraven Inspector last night. We had a lot of fun with that deck last night. Well, I had a lot of fun with that deck. I guess not everybody had a lot of fun with that deck. The cool thing about the approach deck is sometimes you just like win. Like, we don't look like we're in the best shape in the world right now. But we can always just draw another approach and the game's over. There's not a lot he can do about us drawing another approach. At least main deck, post board, I assume he's got some number of counter spells. Go ahead and use this before he can sack the champion. Go ahead and press the number 7 there. Because opponent's on a 7-turn clock. Opponent can win on 7 turns. And opponent has this card right here too, which makes not always being able to draw it. Alright, well, I guess since we drew that, we'll wait. Or, sorry, since he drew that, we'll wait. Kind of makes me regret not taking 2 points of damage now. Gate to the Afterlife. Bottom. I think we're going to lose this game, fam. That was a mistake, by the way. I should have left the planes up. Yep, we need a lot of help now. A lot of help now. Not dead, though. We're dead now. We don't have an out. Yep, told you we needed a lot of help. Rip. We don't have anything in our sideboard for him. Fordia Council stops us from taking big hits, I guess. And the gates are okay, I suppose. Aura Rev can kill a god, I guess. The rest of this stuff doesn't seem too relevant. I guess you guys are fine. You're probably better than Fumigates. Alright, well, the unsummons don't seem great. The meltdowns don't seem great. Fumigates don't seem great. Huh. Rip. We'll play first. Sure, we'll keep this hand, I guess. If I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna play it on turn 1. That shuts down the gifts a little, not a lot. This hand's pretty decent. Depends on how many negates and or dispels they have on how good and or bad this hand is. They have Void Winnower in their sideboard, that's bad for us too. Some of the builds do, some of the builds don't. Sure. Champions do champion things. Just like me. You did what? Oh, so sorry, that was to the Fraven comment. I saw a red-white list running Combustible Gearhulk, which made me smile. So he's got a god and an angel in the grave already. That's pretty good. Hey, like our sweet Nambo. Probably should have gifts there, but alright, oh, it's another champion. Before he has a chance to play a land and a Mausoleum Guard. We don't want either of those, we need lands. So we now have a one of our approaches on the bottom of our deck. Mausoleum Guard in the grave, that's not good for us. Not very good for us at all, is it? If we cast Fumigate and he just gets a god, that's bad for us as well, but... yeah, sure. So he does have at least some negates and not just the spells. A lot of them have just the spells, so that's good to note. Fifth mana. So he can get back this. We're in such bad shape. Whatever. Pretty bad shape. I wonder if it's worth it to play this spell. It's probably not. He just gets another gift and we lose. Oh, he had the Mausoleum Wanderer anyway that I was worried about. That works out well. It's the card we're playing around. He just happened to have it in his hand as well. I don't think we can win this game and or match. This doesn't look like something we're going to win. This does not appear to me like something that we're going to win. Sure, don't care about that. He has double Mausoleum Wanderer right now. People have been shaving these out of the list, by the way. This is why you don't shave these out of the list. I'm gonna block one. We all know that to be true. We didn't draw 7th land to even try the approaches. Which is a little disappointing. Still has double Mausoleum Wanderer in the grave. Oh shit, he's got a second one of those. Alright, well if he doesn't get a Wanderer now, he's in pretty bad shape because we can resolve the hour. If he does get a Wanderer, we're pretty screwed. Don't do it. Don't get it. You should definitely be getting a Wanderer. And he did. Alright, well. So he'll sack this one. Sure. Things are getting worse and worse and worse. And another gate to the afterlife. So we have to draw pretty insane now. We have to draw another Wrath of God? Or like pretty much another Wrath of God. We can't beat the Maelstrom Wanderers. They're just too good. We could have beat one. We certainly can't beat two. You can always mess up and not get them, though. Don't do it, friend. Just get the other champion. You know you want it. You did not get it. So we're probably dead next turn, but I've not did the math yet. 13 plus 11 is 25. Yeah, we're dead next turn. Have no out. Just have no out. Counter this, please? He'd have to counter this for us to win. He's obviously not going to counter it. There's no reason for him to counter it. Alright, well, we got crushed. Got crushed. Got crushed pretty bad. So that's going to be it for the stream today. We definitely punted at least one game of one round, possibly two. Maybe not two though. That being said, had a pretty fun stream. This deck's fun. This deck's definitely awkward though. So there's nobody I follow online except for Jeff and nobody I follow online except for Jeff and crap. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name. Jody Keith, that's his name, sorry. So see what decks they're playing and then we'll decide. Alright, we're going to host Jeff because he's playing in a bigger Modern event. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the follows if you're new. Thanks for the new subscription. We appreciate it. And, so he's playing the Hex 1K tournament and the Modern Challenge. Hex is a pretty cool game, so go check him out. If you want to watch more Standard, I suggest going and watching Nolaggold. It's Jody Keefe. He's a pretty strong player. But I'm just going to host a guy playing the bigger tournament for now. Anyway, take care, everybody. Appreciate you coming by. And again, if you're new, Twitter link down below. Click it.